Hello, the place where we don't just learn English words, we learn how to live English. Today, I want to take you on a journey, a 30-day journey. A journey that has nothing to do with grammar books, nothing to do with endless vocabulary lists, and nothing to do with memorizing boring rules. Instead, we're going to talk about something far more powerful. How to build a fluent English mindset in just 30 days. Now, I know what you might be thinking. A mindset. What does that even mean? Isn't English about learning words and sentences? Well, here's the truth. Fluency isn't just about knowing grammar and vocabulary. It's about how you think. It's about the way your brain reacts when you need to use English. It's about training your mind so that English feels natural, like it belongs to you. And the good news is, you can start shaping that mindset today. In fact, if you commit yourself for the next 30 days, you'll see a transformation that will surprise even you. So, let's imagine something for a second. Imagine two learners. The first one studies hard every day, memorizing words, reading grammar explanations, watching lessons. But still, when it's time to speak, they freeze. They hesitate. They're scared of mistakes. Now, imagine the second learner. They don't know as many fancy grammar terms. Their vocabulary is smaller. But when they speak, they sound confident, relaxed, natural. They may make mistakes, but they don't care. They just keep going. And because of that mindset, they improve faster. Who do you think will become fluent first? Exactly the second learner, because mindset is everything. So today, I'm going to give you a 30-day roadmap. Each week, you'll focus on building one piece of your fluent English mindset. If you stick with it, I promise your relationship with English will never be the same. Week 1T. Break the mental chains. The first week is all about freeing your mind. See, the biggest barrier to fluency isn't lack of knowledge. It's fear. Fear of mistakes. Fear of judgment. Fear of sounding silly. And the only way to break that fear is to face it head-on. So for this first week, I want you to set a simple challenge. Speak English out loud every single day, even if it's only for 5 minutes. Talk to yourself while making coffee. Describe what you see on the street. Tell the story of your day in English before bed. Don't worry if nobody is listening. The goal here is to normalize speaking. To trick your brain into believing, hey, speaking English is just a normal part of my life. Now, here's the key during this week. You must celebrate mistakes. Yes, you heard me right. Celebrate them. Because every mistake you make is proof that you're learning. If you never make mistakes, it means you're not trying hard enough. Think of a baby learning to walk. They fall, stumble, bump into things. But they don't stop and say, "Oh no, I'm bad at walking." No, they keep going. And because of that, they master it. You need to adopt the same mindset with English. Week 20. Surround yourself with English. Once you've broken the fear barrier, it's time for the second week. And this week is about immersion. Not moving to London, not flying to New York. Immersion in your daily life. Start small. Change your phone's language to English. Follow English speaking creators on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram. Listen to podcasts in English while you cook, clean, or walk. Fill your environment with English so that your brain starts absorbing it naturally, the way a child absorbs their first language. Here's a powerful trick. Pick one daily activity and do it entirely in English. For example, if you keep a journal, write it in English. If you usually watch the news in your language, switch to an English news channel. If you like music, learn the lyrics in English and sing along. The idea here is to make English the background music of your life. The more you hear it, the less foreign it feels. And when English feels less foreign, your brain resists less. You stop translating in your head. You stop doubting yourself. You begin to think in English. Week 3D, train your inner voice. This week is about something most learners ignore: the voice inside your head. You see, we all have an inner voice. The one that says, "I'm hungry, I'm tired, I need coffee." Normally, you think in your first language. But if you want fluency, you have to retrain that voice in English. So this week, start practicing silent English conversations with yourself. For example, if you're walking to the store, narrate in your head, "Okay, I'm going to buy some bread. Oh, maybe I should also buy milk. Wait, how much money do I have?" Or if you're waiting in line, think, "This line is so long. Maybe I should come back later. No, I'll wait." This might sound silly, but it's incredibly powerful. Because the more you train your brain to think in English, the less effort speaking will require. Suddenly, words come out faster. Sentences feel smoother. And you start to feel like English is not just something you study, it's something you live. Week 40. Step into the real world. Now comes the final week, putting everything together. You've broken fear. You've surrounded yourself with English. You've trained your inner voice. Now, it's time to use your skills in the real world. That doesn't mean moving to an English-speaking country. It means seeking out opportunities where you are. Join an online English-speaking group. Find a language exchange partner. Comment on English posts. Record short videos of yourself speaking and share them online if you dare. And here's the rule for this week: every day, have at least one real interaction in English. It could be a short chat with a friend, a voice message, a post on social media, or even talking to a chatbot in English. The point is to connect, because when you use English to communicate with another human being, it becomes real. It stops being just a subject you study, it becomes a tool you live with. And remember, don't chase perfection. Chase connection. Don't worry if your grammar is messy. Don't worry if your accent is strong. What matters is that you're communicating, you're expressing, you're living the language. Day 30. The transformation. By the end of 30 days, something magical happens. You may not be perfectly fluent. Yet fluency is a long-term journey, but your mindset will be completely different. Instead of feeling fear, you'll feel curiosity. Instead of avoiding mistakes, you'll welcome them. Instead of doubting yourself, you'll think, "Yes, I can speak. I can connect. I can do this." And that mindset, that feeling of ownership over English, is what separates the dreamers from the doers, the learners from the speakers, the students from the fluent. So here's my challenge to you starting today. Commit yourself to these 30 days. Break the fear, surround yourself with English, train your inner voice, and step into the real world. If you do this, your confidence will skyrocket, your fluency will grow, and English will no longer feel like a foreign language, it will feel like yours. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of the English Hour. If you found this useful, share it with someone who needs the encouragement. And remember, Fluency doesn't start with grammar books or vocabulary lists. It starts with your mindset. Until next time, keep practicing, keep believing, and keep speaking.